So it is for foreign primary key, foreign key related. We can remove all the tables and then remove this one. And let's have a check. The sequence number is still there. So we remove our tables. Then now let's have a try to run the applications directly from the oops directly from the IntelliJ IDE. So if we see that if I run the IntelliJ IDE, just simply to the main class methods, we just simply need to be run around the sim in class, and it's running the application. Let's check what it's doing. And here is the syntax that we said Hibernate will create the schema models, and it's create the schemas and then so on and so forth with all the with the database connection information, the username, password, database name, and so on and so forth. So let's have a look how it is the Hibernate will create the schemas. So it's a different port 9998 is where application is running. And then so now you see the pictures like that. So it is the Hibernate created for 3 tables that we expected, and this is the relationship among the foreign key primary key mapping relationships, the reference, and then build constraint, what we define or what we have it into the domain methods Hibernate itself created. So what we need to do, so application is running what we expected, the port 998. You can check also if is the database level is created properly. Let's have a check. So if I refresh the database tables, it is created what we expected, and exactly the same things is created. So we will do exactly the same thing with the Hibernate. The Flyway will need to be do the creations out of that one. So if I run the applications, so you see that application is in 3090. This is the wrong port number. We can see we can change it also here. Let's edit it, like we have applications and 9998, and then application running is the Yes, I already discussed about more about how can you in Postman, how can you set the global variables, and then after that this global you can export these test cases for testing department or other department. They can simply import these test cases to run the same test cases that you have it into the your development systems. So applications, I can say application is up, and then even though there is no record, I believe there is no record at all. So there is no record, your content is 0. So you can set it here one object, maybe to insert one of them. So it is it's created 216, and you can get this information to instance. Is everything working? So what we expected to Hibernate create the application itself. So what we need to do, just like we can go back to our creation model. So we just simply initial to copy the copy the creation tables. We can see the copy creation tables. We can go there. So it open this one. So let's have it checked. It delete everything, and then we can say this is our creation tables, what Hibernate created, and we take the script from the Hibernate creation script, and then save it, and then there we have the foreign key relationship tables. So this is the three. So copy and then put it in. Perfect. So we have initial script for creating the tables. So that means the Hibernate will take Hibernate is not responsible anymore to create your schema, database schema. That means it's responsible for creating the schema by Flyway itself. So we have the Flyway, we have the script initial script creations. Let's have a check. This is our version creation script and the schema create the sequence creations. Then we need to be remove the sequence creation. A very simple same source code, that's we have it. So let's remove the all things from the database. Let's look is the Hibernate is the Flyway create the all tables and all sequences expected what we have expected. So remove everything, and then we remove our sequences, nothing there. So that means that now we need to be changed, like we define our initial script, what with Hibernate created. They simply copy paste, because the initial script, even though you can manually write down into the ORM models with the foreign key, primary key related these informations, but we just created the Hibernate, just copy it and then build our initial script, and we integrate it to the second versions of the applications, and then we put it our sequences creations. But everything is really same thing is happening. But what we need to do here, so we can check it, not the update from the Hibernate create, we can validate the Hibernate to validate the generated schema against the Flyway schema. So what we define here and what you define into the your ORM models. So exactly the same definition here need to be validated with where you have to define it here, these levels for the your script levels, even though here all the things. So that means, and then what we need to do, I believe that we need to be do the pom.xml file has to be inserted the Flyway core. So it is there Flyway core? No, it is not there. So let's have a stop the application. We can check, is it the Flyway is our configurations or your dependency is working. I am sure it failed. It should fail the application to start. So I can start again applications with the same port, but we change it the validations. The Flyway need to be create the schemas. Not Hibernate is not responsible to create the schemas. So exactly what we expected. So missing table schema validations, that means there is no dependency in the Flyway we injected, but it is happening. It is the same thing that we expected. The class path refactory, entity manager factory, creation bin fails, and so on and so forth. So let's have a inject see the schema validation, missing tables, user registration is not there. So we didn't inject the Flyway dependency. Let's have inject the Flyway dependency. Maybe we have it here something. No, not here. So we need to be Flyway, maybe the Flyway core. Liquibase, and this is the Flyway core. We need to be inject the dependency. Copy and